All right, what is up, everyone? Today is Tuesday, which means that's time for another live Q&A all about dropshipping, making money online, crypto, NFTs, whatever it is you guys want to talk about. As always, I'm your host, Paul J Lipsky. This is my YouTube channel, and I primarily talk here about dropshipping on different marketplaces like eBay and Facebook Marketplace, but we also talk a little bit so far about crypto and NFTs. So if any of that excites you, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join us for these live Q&As that we do pretty much every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Although I do apologize to all you loyal subscribers out there because I was not available for my live chat the last 2 weeks. So I really missed you guys. What have you guys been up to? How have you guys been? I've been traveling, going all around the country. I have a second YouTube channel that's all about van life. So we were making a ton of content for that channel. And between that and just traveling, we're traveling through snowstorms. So we just didn't really have the opportunity to jump on a live. So I do apologize for that, but I'm here now, happy to answer any questions that you guys might have for me. So let me go into the live chat. That's the way that this works. You guys can just come into the live chat, ask any questions that you have, and I'll do my very best to answer them for you. The earlier you get here, the better, because usually we do not get through all of the questions that you guys ask. Okay, we have Kevin. What's up, Kevin? How's it going? Okay. Beauty says, hey everyone, is anyone having trouble with AutoDS? I've been trying to upload products since yesterday. It's been impossible. I tried chatting with them now, but their chat is offline. So I assume you mean onto eBay. I assume that's what you're trying to do. So sometimes it does give issues. It could be your settings. It could be because you didn't set up your token with eBay correctly. That is a possibility. Or it could just be there's something wrong with AutoDS. That's always a possibility as well. So what I recommend is keep trying. Maybe try deleting that and relisting a new item. I am going to be updating the course with new information about this to kind of make your guys' lives a lot easier when it comes to listing items. And those updates should be available by the end of the week. Now, I update my eBay course usually at least twice a year. And some of those updates are major, like big changes. Like a few years ago, eBay made some major changes on their platform, so I had to update the course. In that situation, what happened was eBay in the past, they used to sell with PayPal, meaning that you would get all of your payments through PayPal. And about a year ago, year and a half, eBay got rid of PayPal. So that kind of switched the entire way that we get paid on eBay. So I had to update the course about that. Other times I update the course because I have new strategies and tactics. That's what this update is about. I have some new strategies that have been working for me, some new tactics. So I'm going to be updating the course with that latest information. So I make sure that the eBay course is always the most up-to-date course out there. Now, as normal, all the updates I ever make to my eBay course, anyone who's already a member of the course, anyone who's already a member of the Titans tribe is going to get those updates for free, no extra cost for you. And I've added over the years a lot of additional content into the course as well. And yeah, I think that's the right thing to do for you guys. There's other courses I've been a part of, some of them bad, some of them really good, but they always charge you for that extra information. And that's not what I'm doing. All the eBay stuff is in that eBay course. If you want to learn about Facebook Marketplace, that is a separate course, but you'll get the eBay updates for free. And of course, if you join the eBay course today or now, you will get the latest strategies and tactics that I'm updating the course with right now. You'll get those included as well. Links to my course down below. All right, let's go on. Okay, Beauty and says, I'm in the Circle community as well. So that is our private forum that is only for members of the Titans tribe, only for other members of the course. And this is a benefit that comes for free with the eBay course, which again is something that most other course creators will charge extra for. They'll charge you for the course and then charge you a monthly fee in order to join their community, sometimes their Discord or Facebook group. I thought it'd be helpful for you guys to include that for free so you guys can help each other out in that forum. I used to have that forum on Facebook. You might have heard me talk about, hey, if you join the course, you get access to the Facebook group for free. I stopped using the Facebook group for a number of reasons, mostly just because of spam. As good as my team was at only letting in people who were actually members of the course, somehow people snuck in and it was just a lot of spam in that group. And I've just over the years come to kind of dislike Facebook groups in general and find them very spammy. So I was happy to move the community off of that and onto a private website where we have a lot more control over who's in there and the content to make sure that the content you guys are getting is helpful to you guys. What is up, man? Thanks for moderating and being here. I'm having a great day. Hope you're having a good day as well. Yep, we usually get pretty packed in here with the questions, so please make sure to ask it early. Paul B says, hey, Paul, have you ever tried print-on-demand dropshipping? Print-on-demand dropshipping is really, really cool. I have some friends that do it. Ralph, I've had on this channel before, and he does print-on-demand. He actually runs a company that helps people do print-on-demand. Really cool. His company is called Novelty Inc. So what this does is you'll list up for sale on, you see this on eBay, Etsy, different places, like this t-shirt right here. But the t-shirt will have like a cool logo on it. Now, the cool thing is you might list up 100 different t-shirts with different logos, but you don't own those t-shirts. Those t-shirts don't even exist yet. As soon as someone buys that t-shirt with that logo on it, you then turn around to a company that does print on demand and order that t-shirt with that logo. They will print it for that one customer and ship it out to that one customer. So this kind of disrupts the entire system because normally when products are made, like a shirt with a t-shirt, they'll make thousands, tens of thousands of those t-shirts and then try to sell them after they've made them. But with print on demand, the t-shirts are only made and printed up once someone has actually purchased it. So each t-shirt is made one by one. So it's very, very similar to drop shipping, and it's a really cool business model, but I just haven't done it myself. I have friends that have done it very, very successfully. There's only so much I can do, and I haven't tried print on demand, but it does look really cool. Maybe we'll have Ralph back on the channel to talk more about it. Okay. I'm trying to make this bigger because I can't see this. There we go. Now I lost my place. Okay, Tyler says, hey, Paul, I have a listing limit of 250. That sounds like it's on eBay. eBay is one of the only websites, marketplaces I know of that I've sold on rather, that have limits on the number of items that you can list up and sell. So when you start selling on Amazon, you could sell as many items as you want technically. On Facebook, same thing. Now, even though you can do that, I would advise against it because both Amazon, both Facebook, if they see you come out of the gate and just start listing up 1,000 items or even hundreds of items or dozens of items really quickly, it makes them a little bit nervous. So I like to kind of tread slowly with these marketplaces, list up when you first start them, list a few items one day and then a few items the next day and just slowly build up the number of items and the number of listings that you have and not just go like full force right away. But technically, there's no rule against listing up a lot of items really fast, except for on eBay. eBay does give you a limit to the number of items that you can sell. Everyone has a limit. Just as a beginner, it's lower. And as you sell more, that limit will increase. And you'll eventually pretty quickly get to a point where your limit's way larger than anything you could actually ever list and sell. So that's one of the disadvantages of eBay, but it's a hurdle every eBay seller has overcome. It's not a big deal. But if it does bother you, then you could try something like Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. So Tyler has a limit on eBay of 250. I plan to list 35 items every day with a VA, then replace those 35 7 days later. Is that a decent strategy for low limit sellers? So Tyler, I don't think 250 is all that low. You can do a lot with 250 listing limit, a lot with that. If you list the right items. So if you're listing up 35 items a day, first of all, you're running into the issue that I just mentioned, where you should not be coming so strong out of the gate so quickly. 35 items a day, that is a lot. And if you've never sold on eBay, if you haven't listed items before, that might make eBay nervous. So I wouldn't list that many. I would instead concentrate on learning product research. That is so much more valuable than just sheer quantity of listings. Learn good product research to find good items to sell, and then list up those good items without worrying about, oh, let me try to get 35 or 40 items every single day. So then you can go, so if you want to learn product research, I have plenty of videos on YouTube about product research, videos in my course about product research. That I think is more important. Just do a few items a day listed, and also keep your items as cheap as possible, or I would say on the cheaper side, if you want to increase your limits, because cheaper items sell faster. If you sell more items, then eBay is going to raise up your limit quicker than they would if you weren't selling items. And so you want to sell as many items as you can. The fastest way to do that is with cheaper items and with good product research. So that is what I would concentrate on. The other part of your kind of question is, okay, you're going to list 35 items a day times 7. I don't know what that math is. I'm assuming it's 250. I guess that's why this is all working out the way you're saying it. The other problem with this is that you don't want to be getting rid of items that quickly. You want to leave them up for at least a month. So I wouldn't leave them up for just 7 days and then replace them with new items. Give all your items at least a month to sell. If they don't sell within a month, okay, then you can get rid of them and replace them with new items. But give yourself some time there. This is a game of patience, okay? You have to be patient. It is worth it if you put in the time and effort and are patient. I'm talking about eBay, Facebook, Amazon, all this stuff. You have to be patient, but it is so worth it. And this is really what separates people. One of the things that really separates successful people in business and unsuccessful people. Why is it that some people have made so much money from cryptocurrency? Because they bought early and just held and were patient with it. Why are some people so successful with dropshipping and others aren't? Most people will give up way before they see the success that they want. Meanwhile, someone else who started at the same time as them are seeing equally not the results that they want, but they stick with it and then they see the results that they want because they were patient. So you got to be patient with this whole thing. The last problem with this, let me quickly do the math on this. 35 times 7. Someone in the chat probably already said, let's see, 35 times 7, 245. So 250. The other problem with this is that if you list up 35 items a day for 7 days, then you'll hit your limit and you're not going to be able to sell any more items. You're not going to be able to sell items. So you don't just want to max it out. There's a little bit of weird math there. eBay makes it more confusing than it needs to be. Hey, what's up, ABC? Hello. Billy O'Connor says, is Zeek, AutoDS, and Spot and Paste still the software you recommend to start with? Or do you have a different set you recommend? Just getting started with dropshipping. Thanks. Cool. So yeah, the cool thing about dropshipping when you're using retail websites is that there's a lot of automation. Now, I'm moving more away from retail dropshipping and towards wholesale dropshipping, but I still do some retail dropshipping. I know a lot of you guys do it as well, and I'm happy to talk about it because I know it still works because people are seeing massive success with it. I just made a video Sunday about someone doing that. So as far as retail dropshipping goes, this is the software I use, and actually I use Zeek Analytics for wholesale dropshipping as well. And you can even, well, no, that's not true. Okay, so yes, this is a software I still use. Zeek Analytics is what I use for product research. So this will actually give you data on how well items are selling on eBay, what items are selling really well on eBay, and you can even put in different store names, different sellers' names into Zeek Analytics. And it will tell you what that seller's most popular products are. It is the best product research tool I've tried that's out there. And it's made by a really great company. They're really supportive of the community. So I love Zeek Analytics. AutoDS is what you use to actually monitor your stock levels and price changes on your suppliers' websites. So this can work with Walmart, Amazon, and a whole bunch, Home Depot, and a whole bunch of other suppliers. And what it does is, okay, you listed up an item from Walmart onto eBay. Now, AutoDS will check the price and stock levels on Walmart every hour. And if anything changes, then all those changes can be made on eBay. So you don't accidentally sell an item that's out of stock. You don't accidentally sell an item whose price increased without knowing it, so that would result in you losing money on the sale. So that's really, really critical for selling on eBay, doing retail dropshipping. And Spot and Paste helps you on the other end. Once you actually get an order, you have to fulfill that order, and Spot and Paste will help you copy the tracking number from eBay, and it will paste it automatically onto your supplier's website during the checkout. So you don't have to copy and paste the shipping address manually yourself. It sounds like a very simple Chrome extension, but it saves you a ton of time. So I would say in order of importance for these three, I would say that AutoDS, I think some sort of repricing restocking software, which AutoDS is an absolute must in the beginning. You don't want to be selling items that are out of stock. You don't want to sell items if there's major price changes unless you've made those changes on eBay yourself. So you need a repricing and restocking software, and the one that I use is AutoDS. Affiliate link down below for that. And if you get that, then the next thing I would get is probably Zeek Analytics, because I think it just helps with product research so much. Is it necessary? No, but it's going to help a lot. And because it's going to help you make more money, it's going to cover the cost of Zeek Analytics itself. So, you kind of can't lose by getting it. And then I would get Spot and Paste. I mean, Spot and Paste is so cheap, you might as well get that pretty early as well. Just save you time. So those are the three right there. And again, my affiliate links for them are all down below. You don't have to use those. But if you're signing up for it because I recommended it, I would appreciate it if you did use my affiliate link. It doesn't cost you guys anything extra. And I think with AutoDS, you actually get with all of them, you get some sort of trial if you sign up through my links. Hey, what's up? Thanks for coming back. How can I sell home decor products perfectly? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that or why home decor specifically. Now, what I will say about this is that home decor is a very good category to sell on every marketplace I've tried. Amazon, eBay, Facebook Marketplace, all excellent for selling home decor there. And it is important when you're listing any item to make sure you optimize your titles well. I have a whole lesson in my course about how to optimize titles because it's that important. You don't want to be using the title that is given to you by the supplier. That is a very generic, kind of boring title that not many buyers are going to be searching for. So you want to change the title to something or to have keywords in it that buyers or potential buyers are actually going to be searching for when looking for that product. That will increase the chances that your product will show up in the search results, which will increase the chances that they will buy the product from you. So that, I would say, is probably the most important thing right there. Along with, again, product research. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here. I say it so many times, but product research is so critically important. And that alone is, I think, the most important thing that separates the successful from the unsuccessful dropshippers. Yes, patience is also important, but if there's one clearly defining factor, it is learning good product research. So that's what you need to master. Wells Wright says, best methods for finding winning products on Zeek Analytics. I'm 14, trying to get into dropshipping. Hey man, that's awesome. I love to hear that you're starting out so early. I wish I had started as early as you, although when I was your age, there was no internet, which is not entirely true, but basically it was true. When I was your age, I'm pretty sure we had dial-up internet, if you know what that is. That was a long time ago, 20 years ago. So yeah, we had internet, but it was dial-up internet. So I don't think many people were shopping online back then. But it was definitely on the internet because 20 years ago, one of my favorite TV shows ever came out. It's called The Mole. It was on ABC, hosted by Anderson Cooper. It just, crazy enough, no one's ever heard of this show. No one's ever watched this show, but it just came out on Netflix for some reason. So I would recommend it. try the first couple of episodes of The Mole. It does have a very 2000 kind of feel to it because it was filmed 20 years ago, but it's a really cool show. It's a really cool idea. And I just love shows like that. So that's kind of came up in my mind recently because not only is it now on Netflix and I'm rewatching it after 20 years, I'm surprised how much I remember, but also because it reminds me a lot of this NFT project that I'm getting into called Dronies, because Dronies is all about this conspiracy theory that all the birds in the world were replaced by these electronic surveillance drones that are watching us. It's a really cool concept. I'm really excited to be minting my NFTs tomorrow for Dronies. And I'll be making a video about that I should hopefully be releasing tomorrow. But I released a video last week talking about Dronies. If you guys haven't checked it out, you should definitely check it out, and why I'm getting into Dronies and NFTs in general, and why I'm doing it on Solana instead of Ethereum. All sorts of good information in that video. Another one releasing tomorrow. So check that video out. Watch The Mole as well on Netflix. All right, so back to your question now that I just went down like memory lane there. Best way for finding winning products on Zeek Analytics. I'm 14 years old. So again, man, be patient. So critically important. You have plenty of time to see success. So don't be afraid of messing things up now because plenty of time to recover. Okay. Zeek Analytics, again, I talked about it. It's great for product research. What I would do is find some other drop shippers on eBay. And the good way to do this is just to type in the word mainstays on eBay, because Mainstays is a brand that only Walmart sells. So, do I have the right mic? Yeah. So, if someone's selling a Mainstays product, they are probably drop shipping from Walmart to eBay. So, find some of those sellers and plug them into the competitor research tool on Zeek Analytics and see what their most popular items are. You can sell those same products and use it also as a guide. Say, okay, these items are selling well. Why are these ones selling well and these ones aren't? And you kind of get an idea of how the market is working, what types of items are popular on eBay. That is the way I would start with Zeek Analytics. Do live listing on eBay. It's pretty simple to list an item on eBay. I'm not going to do it here because even though I do have a dummy account, I don't want to show my real accounts here on eBay, on YouTube, because then someone could steal my products. So I'm not going to do that. George says, what do you think about dropshipping from Wayfair? Wayfair is a great supplier. It's not a supplier I use currently, but I've used them in the past. Wayfair used to really actually be a dropshipping company themselves, but now they have a lot of products in-house as well. Actually, the whole story behind Wayfair is actually really cool because it started out as just two guys who were doing drop shipping and built this website and built up this huge website from it. But they're a really good company to drop ship from, and they have a lot of furniture. That's primarily what I drop ship from them, and I love drop shipping furniture. I just find that customers are willing to pay a lot more of a marked up price for furniture than a lot of other categories of items. And I think the reason for that is because furniture doesn't really have a set inherent value. Like the table I'm working on right now, what is the price of this? I don't even know just looking at it. My computer, I know exactly how much that is because all Apple computers are sold for the same price. This monitor that I'm using, all monitors have model numbers. It's very easy to look up the price of these monitors, and then you can see that pretty much every supplier is selling them for the same price. But tables, how much should a table be? The value of it is very, very subjective. So you can buy it for $100 and mark it up to a healthy profit, and people are still willing to pay that margin for it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Do I prefer AutoDS or DSM tool? I think I answered this already. I use AutoDS. That's the one that I use. That's the one that I recommend. Tyler says, I just called eBay this Saturday to try and increase my listing limits. They denied my request and told me what to fix. When should I ask again? You can technically get a limit increase every 30 days. So before we talked about how on eBay, they limit the number of items that you can sell and list every single month. Every 30 days, you can request an increase of that limit. When you do that, they accept you and they raise that limit, or they deny you and tell you why, what you have to do instead. If they deny you, they usually say, okay, you know what, you have a limit of 250 already, and you only have 75 items listed. There's really no need for you to have extra room in there, so we're denying your request. So in that situation, you want to list up more items, right? And then once you actually kind of fix the issue that they're bringing up, you could request another increase right away. But a lot of times they're going to say, hey, you just called. It's not technically correct. The real rule over at eBay is that you're supposed to only get a limit increase every 30 days, but some of them interpret that as, well, you called in 2 weeks ago, so that counts. The safe thing to do is just request it 30 days later. Yes, and we do have another, again, a second channel. It's all about van life. You could just search for Chad and Paul on YouTube, and our van life channel will come right up. If you guys are interested in traveling, living in a van, we lived in a van for 2 years while running our online businesses, while I made these YouTube videos, and all of that. Is the Facebook Marketplace course opening up later this year? Yes, I plan to open it up in March, or I think that's the plan right now. Don't quote me on that. So make sure to get on the wait list. The link is down below. Maybe I'll open up sooner if some spots open up, but primarily my plan is to open up in March. Tyler says, I just hired a VA to do product research who will start tomorrow. How can I stay profitable while affording the virtual assistant? So virtual assistants are excellent. I love having virtual assistants help me with my businesses. What they are is you're hiring someone usually who lives in the Philippines, and they are helping you run your online business. So the cool thing is that because all the businesses I talk about here on YouTube are completely online, you can do it from anywhere in the world. You can do it as a digital nomad, as a remote worker, and you can have people all around the world help you as long as they are able to get on the internet. So that includes people in the Philippines. So we hire them from the Philippines. We pay them always pay your virtual assistants a good salary. They deserve a good working wage, but a good working wage for someone in the Philippines is less than it is in the United States. So it's a good deal for you, and it's a great opportunity for them as well. So everyone kind of wins in this situation. So the virtual assistants, a lot of times you have them help you with product research for finding items. What I recommend, Tyler, is first of all, make sure you really need a virtual assistant at this point. There's plenty of people who get virtual assistants too early and plenty of people who get virtual assistants too late. I fell into the too late category all the time. So I try to get a virtual assistant a little bit earlier than I think I need it, but some people I think get it too early. If you're not profitable yet, you might want to hold off on getting a virtual assistant, okay? Or not really making the profit that you want until you actually kind of get to that level. Then as things start to pick up, then you hire a virtual assistant. Again, you want to hire that virtual assistant before you're starting to feel overwhelmed. Take it from me. You don't want to get to that point first. Okay. Once you have a virtual assistant, they don't have to be full-time right away. I would hire them on a part-time basis. And actually, at first, I would hire them on a trial basis. Say to them, okay, I just want you to work 2 hours a day, or maybe for something like product research, you can give them more flexibility and say, I want you to work 8 hours this week, whenever you want. And I want you to create a spreadsheet with all the items and then give them to me to review. Then you can review their work. Are they doing a good job? Are they doing a terrible job? Is there any room in there for you to help them get to the level that you want? That's a hard job for you, because if you get lucky and they're doing an excellent job, great. But if they're not at the level you want them to be at, do you spend the time to train them, or do you say, you know what, this isn't working out, and you find someone else instead? So that's really hard to navigate, but you need to make those decisions as a business owner. So, and it's better to make it early on, which is why I recommend the trial with them. But also know, again, they don't know exactly what you want. They haven't worked with you, even though they've worked with people in the past. They've done product research in the past. So you have to give them the opportunity to learn your style and what it is that you want. And the final thing I'll say about this that will help you stay profitable is you do want to hire someone with experience, even if it costs you a little bit more. There are plenty of virtual assistants out there who have done this before and who are good at it. Don't hire a virtual assistant with no experience. Hire one who's already done it, who has experience. It's going to make your life a lot easier, and that's going to help you stay profitable as well because they're actually producing work that is profitable. I'm not sure what this means, but cool. All right, Rich is here as a member of a couple of my courses. Rich says, hey, Paul, what advice do you have to quickly set up shops for someone without an LLC or any additional steps to increase sales on Marketplace? I'm already a member of the course. So, Rich, you don't need an LLC to set up Facebook shops. In the course, I talk about it because I think it's a good idea. I think it's a really smart idea to set up an LLC before you're doing Facebook shops, but it's not strictly necessary. So do it without it or just set up an LLC. In my opinion, it's not that hard to set up an LLC. Might take a little bit of time depending on your state, but it's worth it. I think it's worth getting an LLC. Not legal advice. Increase your sales on Marketplace. Just follow the course, man. Everything I teach in there, and just make sure you're using the right category. I've seen a couple of people ask me for help with items that they've listed saying, hey, why isn't this selling? And I look at them saying, this is in a completely wrong category. So make sure you're not making that mistake. I'm dropshipping from China. I have long shipping delays. eBay's throttling my listings. Any advice? Stop drop shipping from China. I say this all the time. It works. Yes, it works. I'm not one of those people that are going to say, oh, drop shipping from China doesn't work. Oh, Shopify doesn't work. Oh, everything that I don't teach doesn't work, because that's just not true. There are so many different ways out there to make money online that I don't do. Print on demand, Amazon FBA don't do currently. What else? Selling on Etsy, handmade products on Etsy. I don't do any of that stuff. Does that mean it doesn't work? No, I'm just one person though. I can't possibly do all these different things. I found things that work for me. Dropshipping on eBay, dropshipping on Facebook Marketplace, cryptocurrency, crypto bots. All these things work for me, and there's only so much I can do. So I don't dropship from China. I've tried it in the past. I didn't like it. I thought the shipping and handling times were too long. But then again, I have friends who are doing it and doing it really successfully. Right now, there are a lot of problems with products and product availability and delays with them because of just the state of the world. So if you're having problems with China and dropshipping from China and it's really not working out for you, then stop dropshipping from China and try a supplier based here in the United States. I teach my students in the wholesale course how to find wholesale suppliers to work with. In the retail course, there are plenty of retail suppliers that you can work with, and they're all based here in the United States. When will you be adding a new update to the course? The eBay course is going to be updated. I don't want to say this week, but literally I was working on it this morning. I'll probably be working on it after this and for the next couple of days. So let's say the end of next week. Let's say by February 11th, something like that. But maybe even sooner. It won't be anything too mind-blowing of an update, but they are important changes that you need to be aware of, because I have changed the way that I guess it is a bit of a big update. It does change the way that I list products and reprice and restock items, and it's kind of fundamental to an eBay business. So that will be added to the course very shortly. The Facebook course, if any updates are needed, will happen right before it relaunches, about in March or so. All right, I've been using Amazon as a supplier for a while now. I got 3 of my buying accounts locked due to too many orders. How can I get around ordering on Amazon without getting banned? Do you know if some software or subscription can order me my orders from Amazon. Yeah, man. So this is an issue that happened in 2021 for the first time in forever. So here's the funny story. When I first started dropshipping on eBay, that was the first place I ever started dropshipping. I did that early 2017 is when I started. At that time, when I started, in my mind, I was always looking for excuses for why it wouldn't work. This is kind of what a lot of our brains do. We look for reasons why what we're doing will not work so that we can not get started or give up quickly, because what we really fear is failure. You see, if you never start something like dropshipping, then you can never fail at it. And if you never fail at it, then you never have to face the shame or embarrassment, whatever you think you're going to feel, you're never going to face any of that. So a protection that we all put in our mind is, let's not even start this. Let's not even go down that uncertain kind of rocky path, because I'm trying to protect myself from failure. And that protection that your mind does comes up in different ways. So maybe your mind will say, oh, we can't do that because you can't dropship from Amazon because Amazon will shut down your accounts. You can't do that because no one was going to buy an item for $70 on eBay when they can buy it for $40 on Amazon. You can't do this because what if someone wants to return the item? You can't do that because when the customer gets the item, the invoice is going to be in the box. They're going to see they paid a different price and they're going to be mad. These are all sort of these roadblocks that our mind's putting up so that we don't get started, and therefore we protect ourselves from potentially failing. But the problem here, I'm sure you see it, is that if you never even start, there's zero chance that you will be successful. You have already failed. So you have to push yourself through those uncomfortable feelings, push yourself through those doubts that you have in your mind, and just take action. That is the only way you will ever see success, is by starting. Yes, there will be situations where you will fail. There will be situations where it will be difficult, but you tried. And even if you fail at this thing, you felt what it feels like to be uncomfortable. It wasn't that bad. Let me try it again with something new. And I failed there. Well, let me try it again with something new. Aha. Now this time I saw success. That is what happened to me. eBay dropshipping wasn't the first online business I tried. I tried several other online businesses and I failed at all of them, but I kept going until I found eBay. And even though I had a lot of doubts, all those doubts I just mentioned, plus a whole lot more, I kept going, and I'm glad I did, because that is what ultimately had my first success. Now, like I said in the beginning, I was fearful that if I'm dropshipping from Amazon to eBay, Amazon is going to shut down my Amazon Prime account. And that was kind of fueled, that fear was fueled by other people on Facebook groups saying the same thing. Facebook, Twitter, like all these places are kind of like an echo chamber. You know, if you want to believe something, you can go on these different social media platforms and find someone who will reassure you that what you believe is true, even if it really isn't. So don't fall victim to that, okay? Instead, kind of challenge what people are saying and find out for yourself and have an open mind about it. And that's what I did. I said, I'm going to do it anyway. And guess what? Amazon never shut down my Prime account. And I never heard a legitimate person ever say from 2017 until 2021 that Amazon has shut down their buying account. Finally, last year, it actually did happen. Amazon did start to shut down people's Amazon accounts that were drop shipping from Amazon. And ultimately, I think what we figured out is that this is really just a kind of a fraud prevention thing. If they see you have a billing address in this location and you're shipping all these items to different locations, that kind of makes them nervous, and then they shut down those accounts. That's one theory. The other theory is that they just don't like it for whatever reason. It doesn't happen to everyone. Lots of people still have their Amazon Prime accounts that are working fine. Some people have their accounts shut down. Now, there are some solutions if this is happening to you. First solution is don't drop ship from Amazon onto eBay, okay? It's something I've been saying for years to get away with it, to get away from doing that. I do have drop ship from Amazon to Facebook Marketplace, and I was doing really well with that, but now we do more Walmart And this is one of the reasons why. But if you want to get around that, if you want to drop ship from Amazon to eBay, there are a couple of solutions. So if you're using AutoDS, AutoDS can actually auto order the items for you. And they have enough accounts, they have enough systems set up. So they're ordering the item for you. You don't have to worry about Amazon account bans because they take care of all of that. So that's a good solution. I just heard of another company doing the same thing. I believe it's Arbiship. Check out the YouTube channel Dropship King. He has a great channel that's about dropshipping onto eBay. He does Amazon to eBay, and he just released a video a couple of days ago talking about a solution to this as well. And I believe he's talking about Arbiship, if I remember in that video. All right. George says, I'm getting emails from Facebook about boosting my sales. What do you think about it? I think those emails are kind of annoying, George. Annoying. So if you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, Facebook will sometimes email you and say, hey, here's a really good way for you to make more sales. It's by boosting your listings, or it's by doing this or that. I always ignore those emails. You get suggestions like this from Amazon, from eBay. I always ignore that stuff because it doesn't work with the strategies that I'm using. And it's just going to mess up my strategies, mess up my profit margins. I ignore it. I stick in my lane. I know exactly what I want to do, and I'm not going to let them try to convince me to spend more money. Why are they sending you those emails? Because they want you to do something that's going to cost you more money and make them more money. And it's just not necessary. So I don't ever do any of that stuff. Yeah, try that, man. If you're doing eBay, then set up auto ordering with AutoDS. All right, Benjamin says, hi, first off, I love your channel. It's inspired me to start looking into drop shipping. I'm currently 16 and was wondering how to an effective way to get parents on board. Ooh, man, I don't want your parents to hate me, but yeah, man, it's challenging. You know, you try to tell your parents about these things that you're learning about, and you know, these new technologies are harder for older people to understand, okay? And they also have a lot of experience. You know, they've seen a lot of stuff, so they think they're always right. You think you're always right. This is just a mess. No. So all kind of just mental things to consider. But yeah, I mean, I would just sit down with them and just kind of show them what it is, explain it what it is. You know, find one of my videos where I kind of just lay out very simply what dropshipping is, and they can take a look at it and just kind of learn about it for themselves. You really have to give them the opportunity to figure it out themselves. If you just try to come in and try to convince them, in my experience, that doesn't work. You can come in and plant the seed. He was like, hey, you know what? I heard about this cool thing. It's called dropshipping. You should check out this video sometime by this guy, Paul, and he's explaining what dropshipping is. It's really cool. You might want to check it out. So then, you know, hopefully they'll, you know, plant the seed a few times, say, oh, this dropshipping thing is really cool. They ask you like, what you've been up to. Like, oh, I've been watching these videos. I was on this live chat and he was talking about dropshipping and how it works. So then, you know, that will hopefully get them interested. They do research on their own. And that's really the best way to convince them once they kind of decide for themselves that it's a good thing. But it's hard to do that. Do you have VAs to list products on your Facebook? If so, how do you give them access to list without giving them access to your Facebook account? So if you're using Facebook Shops, this is very easy to do because you can give them limited access to your Facebook Shops without giving them full access to it. If you're not using Facebook Shops, if you're just using Facebook Marketplace, then yes, the only way to have them list is for them to have actual access to your Facebook account. So one solution that I think is probably the best one is you just want them to create a spreadsheet of all the items that they researched that they believe you should list up for sale. So they'll have a spreadsheet, and then you'll have to go in and actually list them up. But hey, you don't have to do the product research now because they laid it all out. They'll even build the titles for you and have a separate column for titles. They'll even put in the price. Everything that you need to have will be in that spreadsheet. So then you can just list it yourself. And then if you trust them after time, yeah, you could have them log in. It's a very delicate matter having them log in. If they do it wrong, that could result in problems with their Facebook account. So you make sure they log in the correct way. It's something I teach in my Facebook Marketplace Dropshipping course. Sweet. Well, I'm glad you like the private forum. That's another reason I did it, because not everyone has Facebook. Another reason that I did this, so there are some courses out there. I'm not the only course that teaches Facebook Marketplace, but I know some of the other courses out there, when you join the course, you get access to their private Facebook group that is just for other members of that Facebook Marketplace Dropshipping course. The sad thing is that if you know how to do it, I'm not going to show you how to do it because no one needs to know how to do this. If you know how to do it, if you know someone on Facebook and you know that they are dropshipping on Facebook, you can figure out a way to see all the products that they are selling. So that kind of exposes your entire store. So if you're in a Facebook group that just has only people in it who do Facebook Marketplace dropshipping, you can just tap into all the products that they're selling and steal those products. And I don't know about you, I don't think that's cool. And I didn't want to put any of my students in that position. So that's why we have the private forum. One of the reasons. Slow and steady wins the race, says Tyler's Take. Well said. Tyler's Take is another great YouTube channel. He talks about, he's had quite an evolution. He started around the same time I did with drop shipping on eBay. Then he did Amazon. Then he did Walmart. Now he's doing Amazon FBA. So always looking for innovative ways to make money online. So definitely check out his channel. And I think I'll be having him on the channel soon, actually. So we'll have to arrange that, because we have some cool stuff we're going to be working on together, me and Tyler. Finally, after all this time, because we've been friends basically since 2017, I held a big kind of like small like mini conference meetup in New York a few years ago, and he came to that, which was really cool. But we haven't really worked together so we're going to be doing something together, sort of. That's pretty cool. Juan says, I'm a member of the Dropshipping Titans course, but I'm not a member of the private group. Is there a way to request access? Yeah, man. So just go to the dropshipping course, and in the first module, I think it's there's only like a few lessons in the first module. I'm blanking on which one has the link to the private group, but go ahead and go in there, and that will give you instructions on how to join the private group. All right, Child of Japan says, I have a quick question. Let's say 10 people ordered your product at once. Do you buy 10 on AliExpress, for example, at once, or do you buy each one individually? So I don't use AliExpress because those items are coming from China. But let's say I did, or let's say you were using Walmart or Amazon or a wholesale supplier, then usually we order them individually. There are some websites that will allow you to add like 10 items into the cart and ship to 10 different addresses. Most websites don't allow that, and even the ones that did don't allow it anymore. So for the most part, you order them one at a time and enter for the shipping address each individual buyer's shipping address. Ben says, I tried drop shipping from Walmart a couple of times, and they delivered directly from the store with no tracking numbers. Any way to avoid this? This is something that Walmart started to do about a year ago. It is a pain, but there's really no way around it per se, because it's usually pretty random with the items, but there are kind of workarounds for it to kind of make a solution in terms of tracking numbers. Not something I can publicly talk about, because then otherwise it wouldn't work anymore. So this is stuff I reserve only for students in my course, but there are solutions for that in there. Good vibes. Do I need to build feedback as a buyer before selling on eBay? No, you don't. So the weird thing about eBay is that when you're selling on eBay, we got a lot of questions to go. Okay, so sorry, I'm not going to get to them all as normal. So really important, guys, if you want your questions answered, make sure to get here early and be one of the first people to ask your questions, because I'm not even halfway through the chat and we only have 10 minutes left. All right, so one of the weird things about eBay is that, and the good way to get here early is to subscribe to the channel on your phone, turn on notifications, so you actually get a pop-up about a half hour before my live starts. So you'll be reminded. But it's usually every Tuesday at 4. Okay, I'll try again to answer this question. Third time. The weird thing about eBay is that if you sell on eBay, you are selling and buying under one account, and your feedback score is combined. So as a buyer, you get feedback from sellers, and as a seller, you get feedback from buyers, but it all impacts the same score. So you could, let's say you've had an eBay account for 10 years and you buy stuff on eBay every single week. You might have a really high score, even though you've never sold anything on eBay ever. So then you go to sell your first item, someone sees it and says, oh my gosh, this person has perfect rating and they have thousands of reviews. Well, yes, it looks like that, but they've never actually sold anything. So it's just kind of funny that they do that. Now, a lot of people see that as an easy way to get positive feedback. I agree with that. If you're starting an eBay account, go ahead and purchase things from eBay instead of from wherever else you purchase them, like Amazon. That way, you'll get feedback. You'll get the item and you'll get feedback as well. But it's not necessary for selling on eBay for starting out. It can help, but it's not going to make a huge difference. So don't feel like just because you have no feedback, it means that you're not going to make any sales. That is not true. We have debunked that myth here on the channel. I've made videos showing you guys how there have been sellers with no feedback or very little feedback making a lot of sales. So you don't need a lot of feedback in order to sell well on eBay. And if I haven't made that video, I'm going to make it. So let me write that down. eBay zero review video. I'm pretty sure I have made that video though, or at least talked about it or showed it before. Please smash the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Thanks for that reminder. We're at like 85,000 subscribers. It's February 1st. It'd be really cool to reach 100,000 subscribers this year. So if you guys want to help me get to that point, subscribe to the channel, because I'll be doing a big giveaway once I hit 100,000 subscribers. Rot Top says, should I, as a beginner, start selling products for a particular holiday or general products? Oh, so good question. So when you're selling on any marketplace, there's really, you could call 2 broad categories of items. There's evergreen items and there are seasonal items. Evergreen items are items that will sell all year long. So think of tools. Tools I listed up for sale once and they will sell over and over again all year long for years, the same product. Seasonal items or evergreen items will only, seasonal items rather, will only sell during certain periods of time. So if you list up Christmas trees for sale, those are really only going to sell in November and December. After that, they'll stop selling. So at that point, I usually delete those listings. Both are very powerful for different reasons. Seasonal items will give you that steady stream of income. And I think every eBay store should be based on that. That should be the foundation. But don't sleep on seasonal items. I used to do it. I used to think, oh, it's a bad idea to do them. It's not. It's a great idea because you will make a lot of sales on those seasonal items. Yes, it's for a short period of time, but that's a nice boost. You should not sleep on that at all. So do both, but start with the foundation of evergreen items. And the other thing I'll say about this is that, since you asked the question twice, is the holiday items, the seasonal items, those will sell faster. So if you are trying to get like a bit of a boost because you're a new seller, that's a good strategy to work with as well. When you make a listing, can you put a cap on how much are available to sell in case you don't have the funds to buy like 200 things at once? Yeah, absolutely. Any marketplace you sell on, it's going to ask you what the quantity is, how many you have in stock. So you can say, I only have 1 in stock, or you can say I have 3 or 4 or 5. And you can, so that will fix that problem for you. So you can just do that like that. Totally agree. Zeek Analytics is awesome. Christopher James says, have you ever found better success listing types of items that you would personally use rather than searching random top selling items on Zeek? Absolutely. So Zeek Analytics, like I said, it's very data driven. It's very analytical, hence Zeek Analytics. So it's more guaranteed that the results you get are going to sell. But I've sold plenty of items that were really just more random. So this was especially in the beginning before I started using Zeek. And when I spent more time running my business instead of my virtual assistants, it's a very, very difficult skill to teach or even to kind of explain. But basically, I used to just go onto suppliers' website, and this especially worked on Amazon because they have such random stuff on there. And I would just look through products and I would find stuff like, oh, this is cool. I bet this would sell well. And I would list those products up and they would sell. Again, there's no defining characteristic for those items besides just they're cool. And every time I've tried to teach this to people, it's kind of like it's a hard thing to teach. Zeek Analytics works, or doing product research works, and it's very data driven. But yeah, if you see cool products, list them up for sale, and there's a good chance if you do it right, they're going to sell well. Some of my top performing products, and I can talk about this because it doesn't sell anymore, it's become too saturated. I used to sell these real metal Wolverine claws. And I just found those randomly on Amazon. I thought, these are cool. I listed them up for sale and I sold thousands of them. If you look through my Amazon account, I've just bought that thing so many times. So yeah, that was just a random product. I didn't do any product research. No one else on eBay was selling it at the time. But that required a lot of time on my part, just looking through Amazon, looking at different products. And there were some other cool products I listed that didn't sell at all. So that's why I kind of prefer doing a product research formula like what I teach in the course or what you can do with Zeek Analytics, because it's more of a guarantee. It's a lot faster than that method, but it does work. So if you're just in like everyday life, come across some random weird products anyway, yeah, go ahead and list them up. Those Wolverine claws, actually just bought them now that I have a house. So I'm going to put them on display shelf here because that was really one of my first products. So I think it would be a cool thing to kind of add to my office here, my studio. All right, a couple minutes left. Let me see if I can get a couple questions in. Very true. Very true. My pleasure. Okay. You mentioned crypto in the title. How does crypto fit in here? Sorry, I'm new. Yeah, just on this channel, we talk about different ways to make money online. This channel was born out of talking about dropshipping onto eBay, and we evolved since then. We talked about Amazon dropshipping in the past. We've done Facebook Marketplace dropshipping. We're going to start talking about Amazon again. But I'm always looking for new ways to make money online. I'm sharing with you guys what's working for me. So late last year, I've been kind of looking at investing in crypto and stocks and mutual funds and in ETFs for a while, but I haven't really talked about it on the channel because I didn't have much that I really wanted to share about it. Most of my focus and time was on dropshipping, but I've become increasingly interested in these things, especially crypto. And late last year, I started using these crypto bots that day traded for me. And when I saw success with it, I started sharing it with you guys. So I'm sharing with you guys my journey, what I'm trying, what's working, what's not working. And I'm doing a lot with crypto now because I find it fascinating. I find it fun. And I'm explaining that journey, I'm taking you guys along with that journey with me. So if you guys have questions about anything I'm working on that I make other videos about, that's kind of what this Q&A hour is about. Tomorrow I'll be releasing another video about NFTs, but then Sunday, pretty much every Sunday is my goal is to make a video about dropshipping and release another video during the week about something else, usually about like crypto or something. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel to kind of follow along on the journey, learn about dropshipping, learn about crypto, learn about NFTs, everything that I'm working on. And then if you guys have any questions, make sure to come to the next live Q&A every Tuesday at 4 p.m. And I'll see you guys then. Thanks for joining. See you guys next time.